Good morning. This is the Perimeter, a daily cyber threat intelligence report. Today is Wednesday, May 21st, 2025. Analysis cutoff point is 1100 Zulu. Priority is routine. Bottom line up front. VanHelsing ransomware source code leaked. A privilege escalation flow in cloud functions affecting major cloud providers. Active exploitation of two Ivanti EPMM vulnerabilities highlights urgent patching needs, while domestically, Coinbase suffers a major insider breach affecting 70,000 users. PowerSchool's student hacker pleads guilty, Cellcom confirms a cyberattack, and Kettering Health faces a ransomware-induced outage. Meanwhile, DoD leadership sends the Cybercom 2.0 modernization plan back for revision under new strategic priorities. General news. VanHelsing ransomware source code leaked. This morning, a former VanHelsing team member by the moniker The Zero Coder attempted to sell the source code for the VanHelsing affiliate panel and data leak Tor sites, as well as the builders for the Windows and Linux encryptors, for $10,000 in an auction. However, the VanHelsing team decided to just release source code publicly and undercut the extortion. But this only included the Windows encryptor builder. The team stated VanHelsing 2.0 locker is in the works. Cloud functions privilege escalation. Talos and Tenable found that an attacker who can create or update a cloud function could utilize the function's deployment process to escalate privileges to the default cloud build service account or assign a higher privileged service account. Talos found this can lead to environment enumeration. This vulnerability applies to AWS and Azure. Google Cloud has since fixed this issue. Ivanti EPMM vulnerabilities exploited in the wild. Cybersecurity firm Wiz finds threat actors are actively exploiting in the wild two recently patched Ivanti Endpoint Manager Mobile (EPMM) vulnerabilities, CVE 2025-4427 and 4428, which are an authentication bypass and a post-authentication remote code execution issue. These CVEs were only released a week ago. Immediate patching is recommended. Domestic events and incidents. Coinbase data breach. An insider threat of individuals from overseas Coinbase support locations accessed customer information and stole PII and account information, presumably for fraud and impersonation purposes. Coinbase is offering a 20 million reward fund for tips to find the attackers, and damages are estimated to be up to $400 million, and it affects 70,000 customers. PowerSchool hacker pleads guilty. A 19-year-old student, Matthew D. Lane from Worcester, Massachusetts, pled guilty to the PowerSchool cyber attack with 4 federal charges of 1 count each of cyber extortion conspiracy, cyber extortion, unauthorized access to protected computers, and aggravated identity theft. The attack occurred in May 2024 when Lane and co-conspirators gained PowerSchool contractor credentials and then attempted to extort PowerSchool over stolen user data. Wisconsin Cellcom confirmed cyber attack. Wisconsin wireless provider Cellcom CEO Bridget Riordan confirmed that the service outage starting from May 14th is from a cyber attack after attackers attempted to access customer data. No further details at this time. Ohio Kettering Health ransomware attack. Ohio Adventist faith-based healthcare provider that operates 14 medical centers, 120 facilities, emergency rooms, and a college announced yesterday that a systems outage that morning was caused by a cyber attack, and that all elective procedures would need to be rescheduled, but all emergency rooms would stay open. CNN reports the interlocked ransomware gang is behind it. No updates if systems are back online. On the Hill, Cybercom 2.0 revamp sent back for revision. Office of Secretary of Defense has called for a deeper re-evaluation of its Cybercom 2.0 modernization effort after the initial implementation plan, delivered in March, failed to meet new leadership expectations. Originally outlined under former SecDef Lloyd Austin, the initiative included overhauling force generation, talent management, training infrastructure, and innovation capabilities, but is now being revised under Secretary Pete Hegseth's direction. Acting leaders, including Laura Buckhout and Lieutenant General William Hartman, emphasized a shift toward a SOCOM-like model to better align with operational priorities and address persistent readiness challenges. There are no international events and incidents for today. ISVMs include WordPress, ICS advisories, Atlassian, OpenPGP, JS, and PanOS vulnerabilities. There are no watch list events for today. Analyst comments. Ransomware continues to target smaller healthcare and telecom providers around America. Hospitals used to be off limits for ransomware groups back in the day due to an unspoken hacker's code. However, the trend has been changing in recent years. Hospitals and critical infrastructure will be bigger targets in the future as hackers, whether state-sponsored APTs or low-life criminal gangs, see the institutions as prime targets vulnerable to extortion. Recommendation for the individual: eat healthy, exercise, go outside, and come to Christ for an overall healthy lifestyle so you don't need to go to the hospital. As for healthcare, I can see more emphasis on information security hiring practices and infrastructure in the near future. This has been the Perimeter, a cybersecurity threat intelligence report for Wednesday, May 21st, 2025. God bless.